Right, guys, let's talk about proof of concept. Getting proof of concept before you invest so much time into something without seeing results. Right. Now, what do I mean by proof of concept? With Etsy dropshipping, proof of concept is when something sells, right? So typically what we do with our new stores is we do a bit of product research, get them up, but once that listing is up in a very optimized way, we don't touch it, right? We don't do anything with it. We don't go out and order some products in, send them to our photographer for product photos, work on them all year round, right? Until they sell. Okay, so the only time investment that's being spent is a few minutes researching and a few minutes listing. Okay, boom, that's one product up. That never has to be worried about again. Okay, now until proof of concept is there, that is when time investment and money investment is spent on that, improving it. Most of your time should be spent on new developments, research listings, right? That is where you want to be spending most of your time. You are sure you're going to have some winners, and maybe they had a deactivation, maybe it was on a previous store, right? But you still have the proof of concept. That proof of concept is still a success. It's still working. It was selling. It was doing well. It was making you money, right? So straight off the bat, okay, I can put time investment into that product, getting that up. Maybe you order that product in, right? You never want to do too much for something without proof of concept, because you're wasting money, and more importantly, you're wasting time. Now, this whole philosophy applies to everything, right? You only want to be maximizing your input into it when proof of concept is there. Now, I believe it was Tate who gave a good story about influencers on Instagram that were going to sell makeup brands or clothing brands, right? They would have millions of followers, and what they would do is they would spend hundreds of thousands of dollars making makeup, getting it made, having it stocked in a warehouse, a really nice fancy website built for it, logos, branding, influencers ready to market it. And then they launched and no one bought it, right? When what they wanted to be doing was get a bit of proof of concept, make a quick site, get it up, get people's interest to see who's going to buy it, get some pre-orders in, or have them buy it and give an excuse of, hi, I'm really sorry, there were so many orders, we're a bit backlogged, right? And now the investment is spent. Now you've gone out and you're working on the back ends, you're making things work, right? And this applies for businesses, this applies for business models, agencies, right? The people that go and spend the time on the stuff that is not necessary, right? If you wanted to go and build up an agency, what would you do? Well, you'd probably buy a domain and then your website and then get everything set up, and you'd probably pay for that and get these blogs up on your LinkedIns and your Facebooks and your Twitters and your TikToks, right? Whereas the money is made in the outreach and getting clients. So why aren't you doing that, testing that? Make sure that you actually do it before you go and invest your time and your money. Like, proof of concept is everywhere, and this is something people struggle to understand. They feel like them building pretty websites and making nice little logos in Canva is efficient. They think that's productive. It's not. You are wasting time. Okay, it is absolutely killing your drive, right? You are not getting success. And guess what? You're going to find yourself just stuck in this web of nonsense, of work that does not need to be done, right? Perfecting the colors of your logo and then moving your nav bar a little bit over and the photo dimensions. None of that matters. What matters is getting clients. Like with Etsy, what matters is getting sales. So that is the key focus. Your time needs to be spent on reducing the time in between sales. The more you reduce the time, the more money you make. Right? That is the end goal. And to do that is by getting listings up, and when they are performing well, right? When you are going, oh, wow, this listing gets daily sales for me. Okay, it's really good. Okay, let me work on it. Let me try it out. Let me order some in. Let me improve the photos. Let me get some videos. Let me try and source with the supplier to get quicker shipping. What other design options are there for that? Like, what other colors? Right? Can we add this upgrade? Right? That's when you go and spend the time on the extras. Okay, but first it's all about getting proof of concept and making sure something works before you waste your time on it. I see this so many times that people find a niche, right? It's not performing well, but they go and re-optimize and they go and change the photos and change the titles and the tags and the listings, and they've ordered it in and they've got some personal. It wasn't selling, bro. It wasn't selling. So why is changing the photos going to fix that? You know, when you could have spent that time getting more products up and found winners, right? It annoys me because so many people spend so much time on the wrong things. Simply spending your time on the right things is going to accelerate your success so much, okay? So please get proof of concept and spend your time on the right things, and I promise you, your journey, your path is going to be beautiful, fruitful, and very successful.